What's up, YouTube? My name is Batman, and I just wanted to show you this clip real quick to kind of give you an idea of what it is that's frustrating me right now. You'll see that I didn't play, the most amazing game in the world, but by any standards, I think it was a fairly good game. And then you look at my team's scores, and they had some trouble keeping up. And I'm not, I don't want to seem like I'm player bashing or I'm trying to insult people or make it seem like people are pieces of shit for not being Call of Duty. I get that not everyone can be really good at this game. Not everyone is, it's like Albert Einstein said, everyone is a genius in their own way. But if you judged a fish on its ability to climb a tree, you would be disappointed, right? So I'm not angry per se at these people for being bad at the game. And and they are bad at the game. You go 8-22, you're bad at the game. It's that simple. If you go 8-22, you are bad at the game. There's no way around that. But that doesn't mean that you should think less of yourself as a person. It's just not your thing. And I'd imagine, if you're watching this video right now, you're probably not one of those people, because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that most of those people, and we've all run into them, those kids that go, 8-22 or 5-30 or whatever, where they just get those ridiculous scores where you're literally like in disbelief. You're looking at the screen and just saying, how can you be that bad? It's not like you're trying to insult them. You're not trying to make fun of them. Maybe you're a little frustrated and upset, and for that reason you want to take out some of your anger on them. But it's not that you hate them. You're just literally confused. How can somebody be that bad at the game? I think even when I started this game, even when I had trouble breaking even, I could still hold about a .90 KD. And if I went negative, I'd go a couple negative, and my goal was to break even. But never have I, or anyone I know, and I play with, mediocre players sometimes, not even the worst players I know go, 8-25. And I'm not trying to bag on anyone, and that's because I'm pretty sure these people that do that are like 10-year-olds. People are always saying, 10-year-olds are all that play Call of Duty, and Call of Duty sucks because it's just a bunch of little kids. And there's some truth to it, frankly. My little brother is a 10-year-old that plays this game, and he sucks. And I love him to death because he's my brother, but he'd probably be one of those guys that would go 8-25 if my mom would let him have Xbox Live. She doesn't, because she's worried that he'll get molested or that he'll get as addicted to the game as I am, and it'll ruin his life like she thinks it's ruined mine. Which maybe it has. That's beside the point. The point is, what I was trying to get to is that I think Call of Duty needs leagues. Not tons of leagues, not like a different league for every point KD, not a 2 KD league, a 3 KD league, and a negative KD league. I think it just needs 2 leagues. I think it needs the regular Call of Duty league, which is what it is now, and then it needs a separate league for kids that have under like .70 KDs. I think under .90, .80, you can make the argument that, I was playing the objective really hard the whole game, I put up a good score, but I went, 16-20 with my .8 KD. That's okay. Like, that's understandable. And whatever. But I think once you start getting into these KDs where you see someone with we've all seen .40 KDs. In fact, they're not even that rare. I'm sure if you look at the KDs in most of your lobbies, you'll be able to find at least 1 or 2 KDs that are under .60. And I just think that for the sake of us, for the sake of the players that do have a general sense of what they are doing, and for the sake of the 10-year-old players themselves, the .60 KD players themselves, we need 2 separate leagues. We need one league where it's just all the under .70 KD kids, so they can play with each other, and that way they won't have to worry about getting absolutely destroyed every game. They can actually stand up a chance because they're playing against people of their own caliber. And then, the rest of us don't have to get so upset at the end of the game feeling like we have to carry these kids. Because, we play the game to have fun, but there's something really... It sucks the fun completely out of the game when you feel like you're trying your hardest and you're doing really well, and your team is just shitting on themselves. Like I showed you that clip at the end of the game. I had a good game, I had fun playing it, and I really wanted to win because I'm a competitive person. I like to win. And at the end of the game, my team is going on average like a .50 KD. And I just don't think that that's fair to me or anyone else that's been in that position to have to carry 5 other players and then have, my success or the outcome of my game dependent on the abilities of 5 10-year-olds. And I'm positive that's what they are. It's not their fault. It's not that they're bad people. Their minds are just not fully developed. And again, like that sounds like an insult. Like, oh, he's saying they're retarded. No, they're 10-year-olds. Their mind hasn't grown. They are not a fully deep thought, critical thinking, analytical person yet. They are little kids. A lot of little kids play this game, and I'm pretty sure it's the little kids that are going, below .70. And so they just need 2 sets of playlists, separate the 10-year-olds from the non-10-year-olds. Separate everyone that's below .70 with everyone that's above .70. And I think it would make the game a much better experience for everyone involved. And so that's kind of the point I wanted to make. And I know there's probably going to be some people that call me a whiny bitch, and I'm not trying to whine. I am complaining, but I think it's important to complain. Complaining is what gets things done. You complain about racism stops. You complain about segregated schools, we eventually got desegregated schools, So just complaining is good, and this is something I want to complain about because it's something that has been plaguing Call of Duty players since the beginning of Call of Duty, and it could be an easy fix, So that's what I think about all that. This is Batman, signing out.